How can I raise funds to my business? How can I attract venture capital to my business? This is a question which is being quite often asked, during the last couple of years. I think maybe 5 or 6 years back it was not the case. People used to resort to bank finance or maybe taking a loan from a friend when they require some kind of a fund for their business. Now entrepreneurs are aware about the venture capital, the private equity, the angel investments, and they're ready to dilute their shares. So it's a good symptom. But at the same time, when I look at the businesses which come in front of me for doing an assessment, we find that most of the businesses never even meet the primary requirements for getting a fund. That's why I thought of making a video about the basic things which are needed, which an investor may look at when he's planning to invest into your company. Number one is that your product or service. How much ever you are excited and fired up about the product or service you are selling, if you don't have the right kind of market need or the pain in the market, an investor will never get excited about it. So you have to really identify what is the kind of market need your product or service has. What is the kind of pain your product or service is relieving partially or completely. So this is very crucial. I come across many startups, entrepreneurs who come and present some brilliant ideas in front of me, and I always get surprised whether this product or service has got a real need in the market. So this is a very crucial thing which needs to be addressed. And along with that is the size of the market which this product or service can cater to. Because an investor will be interested in any business which has got at least a $1 billion market size. Market size, I'm not talking about your market share, I'm not talking about your product sales, I'm talking about the market size, the industry in which you are in. So is your product or service, is part of that kind of a business which has got a good market size which can attract an investor? Think about it. Second thing what you need to look at is there any geographical restrictions for your business? You're starting a business suppose in Gujarat, and whether your product has got an appeal outside Gujarat, or is your product or service is restricted to one particular territory, one particular state. The more geographical restrictions your product or service has, the less attractive it will become when it comes to an investment perspective. Third thing is entry barrier. The question is, the business you are in, how easy it is for someone else to duplicate? How easy for someone else to start the same business? This is a very crucial question. The lesser the entry barrier, the lesser the chance of getting a fund. Because if your business doesn't have a strong entry barrier, tomorrow a competitor will come and completely, finish off your business. So nobody will risk with your business if the entry barrier is very low. Fourth important factor is that the business should run on process rather than promoter driven. Most of the small and medium businesses are promoter driven. Promoter driven businesses have got a problem. In the absence of the promoter, the business will get stuck. That is not acceptable. So an investor will always get attracted towards a business which is run on processes. So move your business from promoter driven to process driven. How do you do it? You will have to seek the support of a professional. You have to consult with a business consultant who can help you to move your business from promoter driven to process driven, where the business runs even in your absence. Fifth and the most important factor is the scalability. That is how much scalable your business is. If your business is something which is restricted to one area in one store or one manufacturing unit, nobody will be interested. Investors are looking for scalable business which can actually move from one place to several places immediately, which can move from 1 to 4 to 16 to 64, multiply the turnover, multiply the number of outlets, multiply the profitability. That is called scalability. That's called leveraging. So scalability is an important aspect. Many of the businesses which I have come across, they are not scalable. It's good in one place, it's good in in a particular location, but when it comes to scalability, it fails. Another challenge for scalability is that if you are a promoter-driven business, it is not scalable. Unless and until your business hasn't moved to a process, you cannot scale it, because only a process can be scaled, a promoter cannot be scaled. So scalability of the business is a very crucial factor, because only scalability gives inorganic growth. An investor always look for inorganic growth, not the organic 1, 2, 3, 4 growth. They always look for 1 to 4 to 16 to 64 kind of growth. So maybe you can do that growth through acquisitions. like Flipkart has acquired eBay, Jabong.com. For that, venture capital companies funded, because that fund was utilized for acquiring so that the company can scale and grow inorganically. That's very crucial. Last but not the least is the exit plan. If I am putting money into a business, when can I exit and how many multiples I can make when I exit? This is what a professional investor will ask you. Unfortunately, many entrepreneurs haven't got any idea about the exit plan, because they themselves never think about exiting from a business. The fact is that only when you exit, you can create wealth. Any venture capitalist will be looking at the exit. They are more interested in exit rather than an ROI, a month-to-month ROI. They'll be looking at one thing, that is, if I put in 10 crores or 50 crores right now, in how many years I can make that 50 crores into 200 crores and exit from this company. So this is something which is very crucial. So you need to have an exit plan. So how do you create an exit plan? Only if you have a roadmap, the company has got a complete roadmap towards an IPO, initial public offer, then only you can actually create a realistic exit plan. Now, once you are creating a roadmap to IPO, it is not essential that every company should go for an IPO, but still you need to have a roadmap. A roadmap to IPO definitely gives a very clear-cut indication about the exits. The investors can make at different stages or different levels of funding. So we have a IPO bootcamp, destination IPO bootcamp. That is where we are actually getting the companies, the entrepreneurs, getting ready to move towards a destination called IPO, initial public offer, where we create a roadmap for IPO, and where an investor understands that at what point, with what kind of multiples I can exit. So it's very essential that you need to have a roadmap towards IPO. Understand one thing, that the businesses are growing, the market is growing. India is getting into a major leap in the coming years. It is expected that by 2030, 2035, India is going to be the number 1 or number 2 economy in the world. So you have a great chance to grow and prosper and create wealth, and which is really possible through the business what you are doing right now. The only thing is that you need to look at your business from all these different aspects. If some of the things are not matching, I think you will have to do a restructuring in your business. Remember one thing, at this point of time, I always advise business people that you should build a business either to sell it or to list it. Sell it means someone should be ready to buy your business. List it means listing the business, the company in the share market. If you are building a business which is neither saleable nor listable, I think that business is going to be a burden on your shoulders. You'll have to carry it along all the time, and you are never going to create any wealth from that business. So always remember that this is a fundamental thumb rule when it comes to business. Is your business saleable? Is your business listable? Think from that perspective. Look at your business from that perspective and do the restructuring so that actually you can create massive wealth in this coming years. All the best, and see you next time.